Hello everyone, welcome back to FX 20 Pips. Today is the 5th of July 2023. It's a Wednesday and time is now 1:33 p.m. GMT plus 8. If you have been following my video, you would remember I said that I was waiting for this candle to close. By the way, we are at GBPUSD 6-month chart. Okay, I was waiting for this candle to close and then to see how the next candle going to start. All right, so this is the third day, or rather the 5th day of the new candle. As you can see here, we have remaining 5 months and 25 days. All right, I was actually hoping for more of a negative candle, okay, before it goes up, so that I would like to see a wick, okay, for it to go continuous up. But now we are into the 5th days and it seems to be a positive, or rather a bullish candle. Nonetheless, this is still very early stage of this 6-month candle. All right, so anyway, I was just going to tell you this as is a continuation from my previous video. What I have done is also to plot the previous 6-month high and low, which I have already done so. And here we have this, okay, the last 6-month high, low, and the midpoint. Okay, midpoint is used, I just simply use a Fibonacci and get a 50%, we get a midpoint. Okay, so what I will do is I will keep this on the chart, all right, because if it was to come down, I would expect it to retrace 50% of the previous candle and nothing more. That's my personal view. All right, so that is why I will leave that on the chart by only removing the 6-month low. Okay, and the 6-month high give me an indication of a potential bridge and continuous up, so I have something to gauge on. Right, also we can go to the last 3 months. Likewise, same thing, same concept. Last 3 months candle close, we are on the new 3-month candle, and we got 2 months and 25 days remaining. So we repeat the process for the high and low of the last 3 months. Okay, as you can see, the last 6-month high and last 3 months high is the same, because the bulk of the bullish came from the last 3 months. Simple as that. And I will also leave the quarter midpoint here. I will remove the quarter high because they are the same. All right, so let's do this. So I have the quarter midpoint on. So at a lower time frame, I have this as a support in a sense, all right, and then I will have this as a support also if it's were to keep coming down. Now let's go to the monthly chart, and the whole thing repeats again. I have the previous high month, low, and midpoint. Okay, as you can see, previous month high, previous month low, and then previous month midpoint. Same thing, I will only leave this one on, and because the previous month low is pretty close to the 6-month midpoint, so I'll remove this one. Okay, so let's do this. So previous month midpoint, right? So now on the chart, okay, let's go to the wick. Now wick, I have the previous wick done, I believe. Yes. All right, so This is a last week candle. This is what you call a doji candle. There is a buyer, the seller, all right, and then the candle close sort of above the midpoint. Yep. All right, then this week, current week here, we have this bullish candle. So as you can see, this is actually a inside bar, and this inside bar is a inside of this previous week candles, right? So if the candle was to break the inside bar here, very high chance you will come here, and likewise up here. Okay, the story goes the same from here if you were to go to the downside. Okay, but take note that I have the previous quarter midpoint here, 50% retracement for that 3 months candle, and then the past 6 month midpoint is there. All right, so for the midweek, I will leave all trees on there. Yep. And then we go to the daily chart. Okay, daily chart, I don't mark too many of it because I am already on 8 hours. Yeah, so let me have a look. What can I say here? All right, let's just go straight down to the 8 hours. Okay, so on the 8 hours chart, today is Wednesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. It was the US bank holiday, 4th of July holidays. All right, and then there was a Monday. Okay, as you can see, I don't usually trade on Monday, and yesterday was the US holidays, but there was opportunity when price shot up, so did a little bit of trade, and then now we are back on Wednesday. So before I go into all other technicality, let's do our daily routine first. Let's go to our 8 hours range box. Here we go. So this 8 hours is still based on this candle. Okay, reason being, we have no candle close up or below. Right here we have a candle close up above, and remember my theory of looking at the second candle, where it goes right back in. All right, so again for today, we still haven't had any close top and bottom, so this 8 hours range box is still valid based on this candle, right? We seems to have a sort of a P wave here, right? Meaning that the low is getting higher, the high is getting lower. All right, see if I can draw some lines later. Okay, let's just focus on our daily routine. So from 8 hours, I'm just going to jump straight into the hour chart. If you are using TradingView, you notice that the auto function here, where I remember if I used to click on auto, it will realign the chart, seems to be removed from the surface of it. But then if you were to click on this fella here, this icon, you can actually get the auto functions. Let me show you. If you mouse over, this is all the thing that it shows you. But if you were to click, you will see the auto here, right? Fits data to screen. Click on it, boom, it refreshes. All right, so it used to be just a single button here. Now they hide it behind this icon. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know. Right, so where we are at the GBPUSD 1 hour chart. So what is our daily routine? It is the previous day high and low. Okay, we have the Monday opening here, represented by this. And let's do the previous day high, which will be here, high here, the low will be here, the midpoint will be somewhere around here. Okay, so let's do that. Got the high, what's the low? Okay, we got the low right here, and let's find the midpoint here to here. We have the 50% at 1.27101. There we have it. Right, so that's a daily high and low. And quickly we can make a fast breakout buy and sell. Again, let's look at today first. All right, these are the today's candles. So we have the sort of Asia high here, the body is here, that's the wick. So immediately I know this will be the breakout buy zone. We have the low here. Okay, we have all the bodies here. Can you see all the bodies around here? All right, so you can put the line through here. Okay, let's put it temporarily, and then we see how many pip size is this height. Okay, and here. Right, let's do that. Let's get the rectangle. So high, the wick to the body, and this is my breakout buy. Okay, and then same thing for the sell, the wick to the body. This is my breakout sell. It seems to be too wide. I might need to tighten it, but let's look at the pip size for the breakout buy first. So this is about 3.3 pips. Okay, the sell side is about 7.7 pips. That's too big. So what I'm intending to do is, since after looking at today's candle, this is the size, then I have to push back to yesterday. So the bottom of today is here. How about yesterday? Yesterday I can actually use this wick, okay, or even this wick. All right, let's try out and have a look. So if I would extend here, drag it here and push it here, okay, just so you know, I'm using today's wick here and yesterday wick here. All right, the reason is because that there's also a few points around here and the wick was here. It's basically from experience to find a more relevant point so that my breakout sell is smaller. All right, now let's look at what's the height of this. This is now about 2.5 pips, so that's acceptable to me. So the idea is that since today low is here, and if you think that the price will keep going lower, it has to first close below this wick, isn't it? If I were to use the breakout sell of earlier, all right, once the price comes in, you could very well be tempted to start selling. But then you have to remember, there were so many times that within the zone, it went back up. Come down here, it went back up. Come down here, it went back up. All right. So the zone here can be tricky. All right. Now, in order to satisfy myself that the price is really wanting to go down, that is why I use this point and the yesterday reference here to make this sell point. Okay. So then if the price were to keep coming down, and once it reach here or close here or even close here, it gives me the idea that it goes below the low of the Asia session. Okay, very high chance that it might just keep going down. all right, so that it removed my early entry here. Okay, because here I could get faked out again. It might come down and then went up again. Okay, so that's the idea. It's the same idea for the breakout buy. Okay, if it wants to go up, it has to break above the high of today and the body of today. Okay, basically that's the whole idea. All right, so that's the daily activities. All right, let me just zoom out back to the 8 hours. Okay, remember we have two trend line. Okay, so let's bring it to the chart again. So as you can see, the 8 hours GBPUSD has been having a lower high, and yesterday during the US bank holiday, it actually went above this trend line. Okay, this is a minor trend line, just 8 hours. So based on my theory is, if you breach this trend line, very high chance it will come here. All right, so I think the price could drop down here to the bottom of the 8 hours range where it hits this trend line also, and then it will start going up. Okay, the other possibility is it drops here and keep going down. Okay, closing the gap here. Okay, based on those what I call that, order blocks or ICT, they call this a fair value gap or whatever name you call it, doesn't matter. All right, if you see that there's a very strong one direction candle, there are some chances that price might come down. Take the orders before it goes back up again. Okay, or it could just simply keep going down. All right, so depending on which strategy or which scenario you believe in that suits your personality, you just have to look at it individually as the own strategy. All right, hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, there's many ways to skin a cat. Basically that's the idea. All right, so I have higher time frame trend lines also. Okay, and we are still here. Let's go to the day. Right, so I still, or rather, let's go to the week. Yep, so this is it. So I still have this higher time frame here of the trend line, which on my many video previously, if you have been following it continuously from one video to another, you will know that this is the weekly trend line and this is the monthly trend line. So it has went above the weekly trend line and seems to be retested. Let me just zoom in for you. All right, so many weeks ago it closed above, it came back down, seems to be retested. All right, and then it then went back up, and now we are right here. Okay, so based on the theory again, closing above these trend lines might have a chance of it going to the next trend line. Okay, and the retest seems to be done last week, which is the end of the June, right? And then the close back here, and this is the start of the July weekly period. All right, so hope you know that where we are in terms of all the higher time frame situation and scenario. Going back to the 8 hours. Okay, so do we have any fib to look at? Okay, hopefully you are not confused by so many lines being drawn here. Okay, again, I have explained all this individually. Okay, so it is not how should I say, drawn with no plan ahead. No, okay, these are all candlestick levels of the higher time frame. All right, so at this stage, I can actually remove a few just so that it's easy on the eyes. Let's remove the weekly, remove the daily, remove the higher time frame lines, and this one. Okay, do we have any fib to draw? Let's go to my fib here. Okay, so I did drew one which is the daily time frame from 12th of June. So let's go to the daily and the 12th of June. So this is an extension. Okay, so let me look at it. What is this about? So this is 12th of June. All right, so the idea was this is point A, point B, point C. All right, so I'm just drawing in advance that price retrace here, and if you were to continuous to go up, the 100% of this leg and here would be 1.29. So this is just an idea. All right, but in order for it to go here, first it has to cross this high, right, which is the previous 6-month high. All right, so this is the first aim if you are going for bullish. Okay, and if you were to close above the 6-month high, then there's a good chance that it's going to go to 1.29. That's the theory. So let's close this one. What do we have? We have the daily last leg. So daily last leg, I would assume to be from here to here. Okay, let's take a quick look. All right, so yes, so we have the fib from here to here, which represent the last bullish leg, and we are sort of on the retracement. Touches 70.5% right here. Okay, so this is the 5th of July, 4th of July, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. So the 1st of July, it touches the low here. So I also have a theory of if it bounces off any of this level, very high chance you will reach this level. Okay, so let me just scroll up further, and then there we go, we have another level here, 1.30719. okay, that's the theory part. Anyway, so I also open up the previous extension, so it seems to be quite close to these two levels. Okay, because we are also using the same leg here. All right, let's close this one, close this one. We have the weekly fib on this, what is this, 22nd of May. Okay, let's go to the weekly. Let's look at here. So this is the last leg, last bullish leg in the weekly time frame. It seems to go up and retrace at 50%. Okay, as we know that this is the end of the June candle, and this is a new candle. So just by simply looking at it, seems to be a 50%, and then with possibility of these two level. Again, it has to clear this level first. All right, is there any concurrent one? No, that's the daily, that's the weekly. Okay, so we have the weekly from September. Okay, extension from September. So we are still on a weekly. So extension from this September. Right. Okay, so we are using this extension weekly from the September, which is here. So basically the idea was, this is the bullish leg, right? So we have A, B, C. Now it has already crossed this level, right? So the idea is that if it were to extend 100% from here, we will be looking at, wow, 1.38921. That is very high. Okay, of course we are not expecting it to go up like that straight up. Okay, it could just come back here, go up there, go down, go up before finally hitting here, because this is a weekly candle. That's last September. All right, we are now already June. It's almost a year. Okay, but however, if you look at the long term, higher time frame, this is some of the possibility. Yeah. All right, let's move on. We also have the weekly from March. Wow, weekly from March, which is here. Okay, so weekly from March we have, okay, so let me just explain. The earlier leg was this one up and down, okay, with the idea of it going here. So the weekly from March is, we are just looking at this small leg here, because it has also broken through here. Okay, so this is the A, B, and C. All right, up, down, and then if you were to take the 100% extension from here, we should be looking at 1.31858. Right, so these are some of the fib extensions that I have saved, just to give you an idea. Right, so this is about less than 50%. Let me just do that again. Okay, 1.33. Right. Okay, so these are some of my fib and fib extension of the higher time frame that I'm looking at. What is this? This is the recent one. Let's go to the 8 hours. Okay, so the 8 hours is where am I? The 8 hours or one hour? Okay, so this one is of a lower time frame of 1 hour. So basically I just run a fib from the last bullish leg here, okay, where it retraces, right, and then it ranges and shot up here. So based on this fib, then we are looking for a potential to these two level. Okay, 1.28001 again. All right, this is the US bank holiday here. So up, down, hopefully it comes here, squeeze up here. Right, anyway, that's based on the fib. Let me just move this one by sell. Okay, so let's go back to 1 hour. Okay, remember earlier I talked about a possible P wave, as in the high getting lower, right? The low getting higher. So let's try to draw something this effect. Yeah. Okay, so let's get trend lines again. So let me just try to the extreme here. If I put it here, it just doesn't look right. Am I right? So for this example, you have to take this as an out layer. Okay, just disregard that one. That could be based on news. Okay, so let's try to draw a decent one. Let's just go straight up to here. All right. So basically the idea is price trying to reach here. Okay, there are many ways to draw a trend line. Okay, if you have a better method, stick to your own method. All right, but I'm just going to leave this here. And then for the bottom part, this is going to be like this, and here seems to be white. If I push it here, it's very close. All right, if I use the body, it's just going to be like that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with using the body too. All right, so I have a body, so a few points around here, so it makes sense for me to do it here. The only reason why if to use the body or to use the wick is basically that if you are a seller, this particular trend line would let you enter much earlier. Okay, comparing to if you were to use wick. All right, if you were to use this wick to wick, then as a seller you will only start selling here. All right, as compared to the one that's using the body to the body. So which one is better? Hey, I don't know. You just got to satisfy yourself. So if I were to use this one, it's basically this trend line touches more point. Okay, all right, so I'm going to remove this one and we have it here, right? So it's still, but my gut feeling is telling me to put this one here. So you see there's two things here. This is my gut feeling, this is my logical thinking. All right, so how do you trade? Logical or guts? I don't know. You just got to decide on your own, which is your personality, which one gives you better result. Okay, if you can't decide, leave both there. Okay, it doesn't worry me too much on this or this because higher time frame are looking at up. So even if it come down here, basically I'm just looking to buy. All right, like here. All right, if it were to come back down to the weekly trend line, okay, I'll be so happy to buy cheaper and then for it to go up again. Yeah, hope you understand. So you see how we got more and more lines drawn, and then if you didn't follow my video, you would think that what am I doing? Why do we have so many lines here? Okay, I'm just going to leave the lines there because this is only, if I'm not wrong, it's only valid for today. Once the price close, I will remove this one. Right, so temporarily it is just here. Okay, so let me talk more about the breakout buy and sell. So just looking at it, we can see the price is all above 50 SMA. All right, what we can do is draw another trend line. Oh yes, another one. Okay, from here to roughly here. Right, basically it just touches this point, touches here, touches here, touches here, and I have the trend line. So now if I were to do a scalping, okay, if the price doesn't break here or close below here but then bounce up, that is a very high chance that I can enter here with a stop loss here, or even a stop loss here. And then once it break the trend line, hoping that it will keep going up. Yep. So that is for scalping. Okay. So even if you buy up with the higher time frame behind you, then you need to trust that the price is eventually going to break above the 8 hours range on the top side, break through this P wave, alright, and then it might just come back here, retest, and then to carry on going out. Now, would it happen today? I don't know. Would it happen this week? Most probably. Okay, the price is going to make a decision by this week, and that is where I'm going to bring you to the economic calendar. So today we don't have much major news. Right, there's nothing red in here. Okay, so price might just range today. FOMC minutes will be just a reconfirmation of what was said. Then we have the US for tomorrow, 8:15. Employment change. Okay, but the thing that people is waiting for really will be the non-farm payroll, right? And that would then settle for the end of this week. Yep. The others I wouldn't take too much into considerations. Next week we have jobless rate in UK on a Tuesday. Alright, then the Germany CPI. What else do we have? We have CPI from the US. And then all these producer price index. That should be it. Alright, so I think the market mover for this week is simply going to be the NFP and nothing much, based on my personal experience. Yep. Alright, so let's go back to the chart. So what time are we at now? We are at 2:12. Frankfurt just opened. So let's go to the 8 hours. You see how everything all looks so messy now with all this rain. Hide it. Okay. Previous day, high and low, where is it? There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to end it here. Hopefully you understand where I come from a 6-month time frame all the way to this hourly, and where I did the breakout buy and sell. Give an explanation to you about all the raise and potential movement. Okay, and that should be it today, and I will come in hopefully tomorrow, Thursday, and then Friday for the NFP. All right, see you again, guys. Thank you. Goodbye.